It is narrated in Tirmidhi Sharif that the beloved Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Do not become an imitator, O people, saying, if people do good, I will also do good. And if people behave cruelly, I will also conduct cruelty. But settle your nafs that if people do good, you will do good as well. And if people misbehave, then you will not oppress." Dear Islamic brothers, dear viewers and listeners of Madani channel, have you noticed how wonderful Madani pearls regarding the beautiful conduct with the Muslims have been taught by our beloved Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam? The awliya Allah, the saints rahimahumullah ta'ala, had been very meticulous and sensitive regarding huququl ibad, human rights, and they were very careful in fulfilling those rights. Therefore, Sayyidina Abdullah bin Mubarak rahmatullah ta'ala alayhi, he stayed in Sham, in Syria, for a few days. There he would write a hadith. Once his pen stopped working, his pen. So he borrowed somebody else's pen for the certain period of time. He had forgotten to return it, and unintentionally he carried this pen back to his homeland. When he recalled that this pen does not belong to me, Sayyidina Abdullah bin Mubarak rahmatullahi ta'ala alayhi again travelled all the way to Sham, to Syria, from his country. Why? Just to return the pen that he had borrowed. Subhanallah. Dear Islamic brothers, dear viewers and listeners of Madani channel, have we realized, Subhanallah Azza wa Jal, our saints rahimahumullah ta'ala, they would fear Almighty Allah Azza wa Jal. They would fear Almighty Allah Azza wa Jal so much regarding others' belongings. Unfortunately, today, we are becoming fearless in this regard. Remember, presently it looks easy to keep somebody else's property or belongings intentionally, but it will be very painful on the day of judgment to pay the compensation to its owner and to satisfy the owner. Therefore, care must be taken as regards to even little things. Anything that belongs to another person, whether it's a person's shawl or towel, bedding, chairs, whatever it is, etc. These should never be used without permission. Permission is not required if there already exists general permission from the owner of these things. For example, if one is a guest at somebody's home, it is understood, it is common that the owner has no reservations for the use of such things by the guest. It is often seen in the masjid that some people use other people's slippers or sandals or shoes for going to the washroom without the owner's permission. They use these footwear, these shoes. Apparently, it seems to be an insignificant matter. But think for a while. You wore somebody else's shoes and went to the washroom while its owner comes along in order to go home. Realizing that his shoes are missing, he thinks that it may have been stolen. Or so he leaves barefooted and frustrated. Even though you placed the shoes back in its original place when you returned, but its owner has lost it. Who is to blame here? Obviously it is you, and you will be termed as somebody who is cruel. How pathetic is the condition of the cruel person that it would be on the day of judgment. How pathetic. Sayyidina Shaykh Abdul Wahhab Sha'arani rahmatullah ta'ala alayhi has said, under some cases, the madhloom, the oppressed person, will still not be satisfied with the cruel one, even after taking all of that person's good deeds as compensation for just a single act of oppression. This is why our saints, rahimahumullah ta'ala, they used to be very, very careful about those matters that appear insignificant and trivial.